Okay, good evening, Facebook, and welcome to another card and affirmation of the day. I'm going to start with my affirmation of the day, as I always do. And the card deck I'm going to be using is Old Faithful. I've been called to use the Old Faithful today, so that's the card that I'm going to go with. So today's affirmation is I am resilient. Now, why did I choose I am resilient? Because a lot of people um, are under the impression that they're not strong enough to cope with life's battle. But the truth is, if you dig deep, there's nothing that you can't conquer. There's nothing that you can't overcome. Take it from me. I've had a lifetime of bullying. I've had 30 years of abuse. I've survived all of that, and I'm still standing to tell the tale. My ex almost took my life before I left him. But I survived long enough to escape. Now, I dug deep to find the strength to cope with those 30 years of abuse. And you do. You can totally find the strength. I shared a lot of what I was going through with friends during that 30 years who kind of helped me to cope with them. And it was only when I left the abuse that I realised that some of those friends left me as well, because they actually supported the abuser more than me. And that's, that's their totally their choice. I'm now with a wonderful partner. We've been together 8 years, and he's helped me to come to terms with my past, to overcome it. Yes, there will always be obstacles in my way. I'm also registered blind. That comes with its own problems as well. Problems of not being able to see things that normal sighted people can do. But I find ways around it. If you've watched any of my makeup videos, you'll see I use magnified mirrors to be able to apply my makeup. I use special magnifiers to read small print. My eyes are super sensitive to bright lights, but I use special sunglasses that block out that light, but also allow me to see the natural colours around me, which I think is fantastic. I love wildlife. But with my own eyes, I cannot see wildlife. So I use a 60 times zoom camera, and I zoom in on the wildlife, and I take photos of the wildlife that visit our garden, or if I'm walking the woods with my partner, I will use my camera to zoom in on the wildlife. Using that tool enables me to be able to enjoy seeing wildlife close up without scaring them away. Where there's a will, there's always a way. I learned through the many years of bullying that I don't have to put up with bullies. And, especially on multimedia, right? There is lots of cyberbullying as well. And cyberbullying is just as bad as in-person bullying. So many people have lost their lives to cyberbullying because the bullies don't realise the impact that emotional abuse has on their comments. Bullies know exactly what they're doing, right? Cyberbullying comes in many forms. They can leave comments on their web pages. They can contact all your friends and ask them not to support you on social media. And a lot of them will take their word over your word and do exactly that. So many times my ex's family have had tried to get me shut down from Facebook. They failed miserably because I refuse to go anywhere. You know, if Facebook knocked me off because they've reported me for nothing, I'll come back. And I'll keep coming back time and time again. Because here's the thing, nobody on this planet has a right to stop you from having your freedom. Freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Freedom to be your authentic self. Freedom to say no more to bullying. Freedom to say no more to abuse. Freedom to say I no longer am going to stay silent in order to make abuse or the abusers or the bullies comfortable. You better believe that if you're coming at me to bully or to abuse, I'm going to call you out. Time and time again, I will call you out. Because bullies and abusers have no right to take away your power. You are resilient. You are you. Own your own power. Say no more to bullying, no more to abuse. And if people come at you with abuse or bullying, cut them out of your life. Social media have a thing called the block button. Use it, folks. Use that block button. And if they come under a different account, block that as well. And report them. If they report you, report them for false reporting. Don't stay silent just to keep abusers and bullies comfortable. Be resilient. Find that inner strength. Dig deep. Sometimes just talking to a friend is all that is needed. Somebody that understands. Anyone that knows me will know that if you have a disability, if you've been bullied, if you've been abused, you can come into my PM box absolutely any time that you want to, and I will be there to listen. That's the key word here. Finding a friend who's not going to judge, but who's going to listen. Because it's only when we stay silent and listen that we can truly help and understand those that are going through bullying and abuse. We can't do it if we are talking back at them. Allow the person that's gone through bullying and who's gone through abuse to get it out there. Allow them their time to be able to talk about their abuse. Because in talking about it, you're releasing it. You're not keeping it up here. I will be the last person on this planet that is going to judge you. I will be the last person on this planet that is going to come back at you and say, oh no, you must have done something to upset your abuser. No, the only thing you did to upset your abuser is by being you, and they don't want you to be you. They want to take away your power. They thrive in controlling. They thrive in gaslighting. They thrive in convincing everybody that they are that Mr. Wonderful or Mrs. Wonderful, because bullies and abusers come in both male and female shapes, right? But they want to show the outside world that they are hardworking, they are loving, they are caring, and it's actually their wife or their partner that's the problem. I found out after I left my abusive ex-husband that he was going around telling everyone that I was always nagging. I was always doing this and I was always doing that. Right? Twisting everything to make him look good and to make me look the one that was blaming him for something he obviously did do. It's the way abusers work. Now, I'm always available in PM with confidence to help you through any issues that you have with bullying, low esteem, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, I'm always a beacon to help people with all of these issues. Why? Because I've been there and done it. I still have flashbacks. I still have keywords that can set off my post-traumatic stress from past abuse. But here's the thing. It may trigger, but that trigger will only last as long as I allow that trigger to last. Now what I tend to do is, if somebody triggers an emotion from the past, or somebody triggers abuse or a reaction that I had to abuse through their words, through their actions or whatever else, I quickly say, like, cancel, clear, delete that. You never heard it. Cut it out of your mind, or cut them out of my life even. Because if they're going to trigger negative things, I don't want them anywhere near my life. I'm going to cut them out. Block them, cancel, delete. Wish them well, by all means. But, you know, if they're coming at me and they're causing me to have traumas that I no longer accept in my life, and that's the key. What do you accept from people? Are you going to accept their control of you? Why? Nobody, absolutely nobody on this planet has the right to control you. Nobody. You are your own person. You are your own amazing human being. You have the right to be free to do what you want to do, to be free to have your own opinions, but more importantly, to be free to say, no more am I going to put up with bullying. No more am I going to put up with abuse. And no more am I going to stay silent in order to allow bullies and abusers to stay comfortable. I'm going to speak up every single time. That is being resilient. So if you're going through any type of bullying, any type of abuse, or any type of problems, tell yourself, I'm resilient. I've got this. I can change this. I cannot accept. I can accept positive people in my life, but I will not accept negative people in my life. I'm resilient and strong enough to be able to say, no thank you. I don't want your negativity, don't want your bullying, don't want your control. If you don't come to me in love and light and friendship, then you're not part of my tribe, sorry. Stage exit. Because I have the right and I have the free will to say, don't want that. Keep your negativity, keep your judgments, or whatever. I'm going to be me. And if you don't like me, that's fine. I'm resilient enough to be able to live the life that I want. I'm resilient enough to find ways of coping with life even as a blind woman. Yes, I may be registered blind, but I can put makeup on using special magnifiers. Yes, I may be blind, but I can cook a meal. I may be blind, but I can work my way around the house by placing things and placing items exactly where I know where they are, so that I don't trip over anything or I don't fall over anything. I have a wonderful partner so that when we're out and I can't read a menu in a restaurant that's on the wall or behind a bar, my wonderful partner is my eyes, and he's able to say, well, this is your choice, this is what you can have. He is my eyes when I don't have any. That's not control. He's not controlling my life. He never has, and that's why I love him. And he's the man that freed me from abuse. I owe him not just my love, but I also owe him my life as well, because he saved my life. If it had not been for my wonderful partner, I would probably not be here to tell the tale. And I would probably not be here to help other people going through abuse. So, no matter what tough things that you've gone through in life, if you're still standing here watching this video after going through problems, after going through abuse, after going through post-traumatic stress or whatever else, guess what, girl or guy? You're resilient. You're bloody awesome. And I'm so damn proud of you. And keep being resilient. And keep being strong. Because you are you. Never ever allow anyone to take away your light. Never allow anyone to judge you. Block them. Get them out of your life. Never allow anyone to put you down. You don't belong on the ground. You belong to fly high. You deserve to fly your beautiful wings and fly high. So that is my affirmation of the day. I am resilient. And I hope that this helps you today. As I said, my inbox is always open to anyone. And also, I have a wonderful friend who has a wonderful support group that I am in, and I would be more than happy to connect you with that group if you're going through abuse or bullying or whatever else. Just like me, she's amazing. She's survived bullying for many years. She's survived so much, and she's still strong enough and resilient enough to stand strong. And that's my dear friend Tracy Lynn Fouts. You know, when you have friends like that you can talk to and that have your back every single time, that's the people that you want around you, not the negative Nancys, not the bullies, not the controllers. And never ever allow an abuser or a bully to tell you that you are less than what you are. Right? They're going to tell you you're too fat, you're too thin. They're going to tell you that your makeup looks awful. They're going to tell you that you haven't done something right when you've probably done it exactly right. They're going to put you down at every single opportunity until you make a stand and say, actually, if you're not happy with that, do it your bloody self. Right? Or they're going to say, you know, well, do you know what? You might think I'm fat. You might think I'm thin. I'm happy with who I am. If you don't like me, the door is that way. I wish I had that strength when I was going through the 30 years of abuse. But when you're actually in this situation, when you're actually going through the abuse, it's hard to get out. I was the lucky one that I had a wonderful guy that I met on through a friend, and he's now became my soulmate and my best friend and my partner, and he was the one that rescued me from abuse. And only when I got out of the ex-marriage did I realise my ex-husband didn't love me. He never ever did. The only thing he loved was the fact that he could control me. He lost that control the day I walked out. And he'll never ever gain control of my life again. Neither will his abusive family. Because I am resilient enough. I'm not that woman that I used to be. Through the traumas and through the trials of life, that abuse, all that trauma, all that bullying has made me the strong person that I am today. Far from weakening me, it has strengthened me. And I use that strength to help others to find that strength as well. So I hope this affirmation of the day has helped you today. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards and see what the cards have got to say today. So let me just split them. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. I'm having a chilled out day. Been out in the garden. It's been another nice day. Not quite so warm and sunny, but it's been dry. And I've been listening to the water feature and feeding the wildlife and getting some bits and bobs done in the garden. I just love spring and summer. It's my happy season. So, you know, and I have a dear friend coming to visit us tonight, so that's why I'm doing a little bit earlier lives than usual. Okay, so let's just shuffle these and see what today's card has got to say. The Star. The Star is also the card that I call the wishing card. Again, it reminds us, you know, the star is things like wish upon a star, right? It's the same thing, make a wish. You know, we do it all the time, birthday cakes. We blow out the candle, we make a wish, right? And we believe in that wish. Well, the star is here to tell you that there's nothing that you can't do and there's nothing that you can't achieve. You can make all your dreams come true just by making the affirmation, asking the universe, right? If you want a new house, ask the universe. You can say it in your head, the universe hears thoughts as well as words, or you can say it out loud. You can basically say, you know, when about 2 years, coming up for 2 years now, we found this house that we now are in. Now there was 26 people in for this house when we applied for this house. And my partner said, we're not going to get this. This is our dream home, we're not going to get it. But I believe that if we ask, we get. So after viewing the home and realizing that this was going to be our forever home, I simply made an affirmation and I said to the universe, this is our home. Please find a way to give us it. We deserve this peaceful haven, this peaceful home. Please allow us to have it. And I believed in my question and I believed in my, you know, in my plead to the universe to help us to get this. And the very next day, we got the phone call to say the house was ours. And all it needed to do was the paperwork, etc. There were times when money was scarce. That, you know, and we've all done it, right? We think we've got more money in the bank than what we actually have, and we get to the checkout and then, you know, we find out, sorry, your card's not working or whatever else, and you realise you've overspent. And then you're thinking, well, how are we going to cope? That situation happened many years ago with me and my partner. We thought we had enough to get a couple of bits and bobs, and we didn't. And my partner again, you know, how are we going to cope with this? How are we going to survive till next week? Again, I asked the universe. We're struggling here financially. help us find the finances we need just to tide us over. Never ask for more than what you need, because you're not going to get it, because you're asking through greed. So don't say to the universe, I want £1,000,000. It's not going to give you it, right? Because you're asking for more than what you actually need. All I asked the universe for was enough to put food on the table till next payday. And we went through the woods for our usual wood walk. And we came back the very same path that we went in. And my partner picked up what he thought was a £10 note and popped it in his pocket and gave thanks to the universe for allowing him to find this money, because it would buy us a loaf of bread or a pint of milk or whatever. When we got home, we realised that there was more than £10 wrapped up in that little bundle that he picked up. There was actually £200. Now, there was no point in reporting it to the police or whatever. It was £200 lying on a path in the woods. You know, there was no point in advertising it on Facebook or whatever else. Has anyone lost £200? Right? Because you'd have about 100 people saying, yeah, I have. Right? Also, what is £200 in notes doing in the woods? Right? My first intuitive thought was drug money. Right? Drug users go into the woods to do their dealings. Right? That's bad juju, that's bad energy, that's bad money, right? So the universe simply found a way of turning that bad money that would normally go into drugs into helping a couple who needed it more than what the drug users needed it. The universe listened. They made our wish come true. And I still use that method to this very day. I call it wishing upon a star. Or asking the universe, wishing for something on the universe, because the universe is always listening. It won't give us unless we ask. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Right? But if we don't ask, we don't get. That's my mother's old saying. If you don't ask for something, you won't get it. You know, my mom was one of these ones that was a bargain hunter, right? She'd go into the shop and she'd pick something up and she'd say, oh, that's a bit too pricey. And the shopkeeper would turn around and say, well, I could give you 10% off that if you like. You know, my mum was a good haggler, right? But as my mum said, to be a good haggler, if you don't ask, you won't get. You know, she was one of these ones that would go to the market stall, you know, and say, oh, how much? Oh, that's £10. Oh, no, I'll not bother. It's too dear. I can go down to the stall down there and they're doing it a bit cheaper. Oh, I give you it for £6 or £7. Not sure. Well, I'll give you it for a £5 then. Right? And she always got her bargain. And her motto was, if you don't ask, you don't get. Right? You just got to be upfront in that. Same with the universe. If you don't ask, you won't get. Because the universe will never go against your free will. They might see that you're in need, but they can't do anything because you haven't asked them for help. That would be going against their free will. And what if that person didn't want the universe's help? Right? So the universe isn't going to intervene unless we ask it to. It works every time. But don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. You know, if there's something that you really, really want, make that wish upon a star or wish upon the universe. Make that wish. Say it out loud, say it in your head, it doesn't really matter. The important thing at the end of the day as well, if the universe grants you your wish or your requests, please remember to thank it. Say thank you. It's only polite, right? If somebody gives us something that we asked for, it's only polite to say thank you. So If there's something that you've been hoping for or wishing for, make that wish. The wish card is telling you the time is right to make your dreams and plans come true. If you want it, go out and get it. Ask the universe to help you to go out and get that. And it will. I'd like to thank everyone for their kind comments and support for my card and affirmations of the day. And I'd like to thank everyone for supporting me on Instagram and TikTok as well. I will put my website above, which has all my links. Your support for my cards of the day and your comments means so much. Also means so much to my parrots as well, which are joining in this live today. So thank you all for your support. You are all amazing. Be resilient today, because you're stronger than you look and you are stronger than you think. Have a great Sunday, everyone, and I look forward to doing a card and affirmation of the day tomorrow. Till then, love and blessings from the Mystic Witch. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.